Welcome back to the chemistry session. Today we are going to discuss about multiple choice questions related to the topic chemical energetics. Question number 1. The energy level diagram for the reaction between sodium hydrogen carbonate and dilute hydrochloric acid is shown. Which row correctly describes the type of reaction and the energy of the reactants and products? Option A is the answer. Question number 2. The energy level diagram for the reaction between magnesium and hydrochloric acid is shown below. Which statement about the reaction is not correct? Option C. The reaction is endothermic. The energy level diagram shows the energy of the reactants and the products in a chemical reaction. Which row correctly describes the energy change and the type of reaction shown? Option B. Which reaction is endothermic? Option C. Calcium carbonate decomposing when heated. Question number 5. Solid hydrated sodium carbonate was added to solid citric acid. The mixture was stirred and the temperature recorded every 10 seconds. The results are shown on the graph. Which row describes the reaction? Option A. Number 6. Which row correctly describes whether the reaction is exothermic or endothermic? Option B. Metal reacts with an aqueous solution. The graph shows the temperature before, during and after the reaction. Which row describes the reaction? Option B. The diagram show four chemical reactions. Which reaction is endothermic? Answer C. Thermal decomposition. Decomposition reactions always endothermic. Limestone can be changed into slaked lime into two chemical reactions. When limestone calcium carbonate is heated, it decomposes into lime calcium oxide. Water is slowly dripped onto the cooled lime. The lime appears to expand and steam is produced. Slaked lime is formed. Which row shows the correct description of each of the chemical reactions? Option B. Which statement about exothermic and endothermic reactions are correct? There are three statements given. The correct answer is C. The next slide, you will get all the answers of question number 1 to 10. What occurs when a fuel burns? Option D. Some reactions are endothermic. How does the temperature and energy change in an endothermic reaction? Option A. Chemical processes are described below. In the combustion of methane, energy is dash. In the electrolysis of molten lead bromide, energy is dash. Which words correctly complete gaps 1 and 2? Option B. Solutions of two chemicals are mixed. A reaction occurs and the temperature change is measured. Which statement is correct? Option A. When anhydrous copper sulfate is added to water, a solution is formed and the heat is given out. Which row correctly shows the temperature change and the type of reaction taking place? Option D. When ammonium nitrate is added to water, the temperature of the water decreases. The ammonium nitrate can be recovered by evaporating the water added, which explains these observations. Option A. Some white anhydrous copper sulfate powder is put into a beaker of water and stirred. What would show the process was exothermic? Option C. The diagram shows the difference in engines of the reactants and products in two types of reaction. Which diagram and which type of energy change apply to a fuel burning in air? Option D. The diagram shows a match. By striking the match, a chemical reaction takes place. Which statements about the chemical reaction are correct? Option D. A diagram for the energy change during an exothermic reaction is shown. For which reaction would this be an appropriate diagram? Option D. All the answers are shown in this slide. Number 21. The diagram shows the reaction between zinc oxide and dilute hydrochloric acid. Which terms describe the reaction? Endothermic and neutralization. Second column, neutralization. Answer C. Acetylene is a hydrocarbon. When acetylene and oxygen react, the hot flame produced can be used to weld steel. Which statement is correct? Answer is A. Which fuel needs oxygen in order to produce heat energy, and which type of reaction produces the energy? Option D. Some reactions are listed. Methane plus oxygen gives carbon dioxide plus water. Sodium plus water gives sodium hydroxide and hydrogen. Magnesium plus hydrochloric acid gives magnesium chloride plus hydrogen. Which word correctly describes all of these reactions? Option C. Which is an endothermic process? Option B. The diagram shows some pieces of laboratory equipment. Which equipment is needed to find out whether dissolving salt in water is an endothermic process? Answer D. Clouds are formed when water vapor evaporates from the sea. What is the energy change and what name is given to the type of change when water evaporates? Option C. Which process is not exothermic? Option B. When an acid is added to an alkali, the temperature rises. Which words describe this reaction? Option D. Which diagram shows a process in which an endothermic change is taking place? Answer option B.